Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to the ERL pre-race show here from Eldora Speedway in Rosberg, Ohio. We are getting you live and ready for the 8th annual MudSummer National, the biggest event in the Sportsman series, and it's live here at Eldora. 5 drivers are locked in. Those 5 drivers will first have to race the heats. If you tear your car up in the heats, you'll have to go to a backup, and that can ruin your whole race. Most teams only bring one good car here to the track. And we also have 40 guys racing for a whopping 30 spots. Actually 25, take away the 5 that are here. The LCQ race this season is 30 laps, the rest are 20. Guys, we're getting you live, Heat 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Heat number 1 of the MudSummer Nationals. On the pole is DJ Curtis, then it's Patrick Smith, Ash Curtis, Jonathan Zorlian, William Brock, Eric Rodriguez, Stephen Pollard, John Gilbert, and you can see John Gilbert is in, so is Eric Rodriguez. MudSummer National past champions are in the heats this season. Previous seasons they weren't in the heat. This season they are in the heats. They are still locked in the show, but they have to race the heats. And then beside that it's Alan Matthews and Sam Curtis. Alan Matthews also defending champion in this event. Taylor Brown Price, Isaiah Monaco, Will Goss, Cody Monaco, Corey Williamson, Al Agassi, Savannah Oskin, Blake Warren, Eric Monaco, and then shotgun on the field, Spencer Gilmore. But DJ Curtis leading us down turn number 1 for this 20-lap little feature. Eldora has changed a little bit since we've been running here. Each time we come here, this track, for some reason, gets more and more racy, and the guys want to make some more crazier moves as Zorlian goes out to an early lead here in the MudSummer National. Sorry, I'm a little sick still, getting over the sickness. Contact Patrick Smith, William Brock, around goes one of the Monacos. Oh, big contact. All the Monacos, Isaiah, Cody, and Eric, all torn up right now. Ooh, John Gilbert's got some side damage. Not a lot. Ooh, somebody's around. Ash Curtis. Stephen Pollard leads the MudSummer National. Spencer Gilmore running P20. Will Goss looks like he's going to have to go to a backup. Also, because only the top 10 make it in the show. So right now you see everybody except Alan Matthews. So the 11th place car in the MudSummer National right now would be in. So 11th, or actually 10th also. So the 17 and the 22 are both right now in the MudSummer National, as the 41, the 21, and the 7 have all won the event. So getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Lights are off here. Stephen Pollard leads, Jonathan Zorlian, Alan Matthews, Eric Rodriguez, John Gilbert, your 3 defending winners of the MudSummer National in this race. You can see Will Goss has already pulled his Chevrolet behind the wall, and they're already pulling out the backup car to get ready for LCQ time. Green flag back in the air, and we're back racing here again at Eldora. You can see Alan Matthews, once again, got a good car here in the MudSummer National. Ran right in the back of Jonathan Zorlian, and look at him. Flat on the bottom of the racetrack. Letting Stephen Pollard slide up and hit the wall. Alan Matthews is going to try to be the second driver to go back-to-back in MudSummer National. The only other driver to do that currently sitting back here in 12th, and that's John Gilbert. As now there's only one car from the original. Ooh, man. The 68. Something I miss here on the DJ Curtis machine, getting hit from Al Agassi. On the 68 Target Ford. Jonathan Zorlian going back to the lead, battling. You can see how bad you want to stay in this event. DJ had to throw a block on a Ford teammate. Ooh. Man, Zorlian to the lead now. As Alan Matthews has to fight. Ooh, I heard a hard impact to the wall, and that might be the end of the race. It is. William Brock was flipping hard, guys. We're going to go take a look at that. Don't know what is going to happen. Ooh, Pollard got turned. Blake Warren's got some damage in the Penske Ford. So right now, Eric Rodriguez and Alan Matthews, who sits third. The second place car got wrecked. So he's got to get back up in line. Where is William Brock at? Blake Warren is going to have to give up his spot because that car is leaking fluid. Ooh, man, Ash Curtis got a little loose. William Brock gets turned, and then Blake ran him all the way down to the end, into that wall down there, and he's going to shoot across and get hit by Joshua Saculli. And that's when that car gets up into the air, almost into the catch fence. But luckily, it did not hit it. So this race is more than likely going to be over. Currently, guys that are now locked in: Zorlian, Pollard, Patrick Smith, Al Agassi, DJ Curtis, Sam Curtis, Taylor Brian Price, Ash Curtis, and Corey Williamson. Right now, the guys locked in the MudSummer National. Actually, Corey Williamson and Cody Monaco right now locked in the MudSummer National. Spencer Gilmore running the 11, FedEx Toyota. Blake Ward was going to be in. So they're trying to fix this car, actually. They're trying to get make sure it's not leaking fluid around the racetrack. We may get this thing back green, actually. We do. Green flag back in the air. So this race isn't officially over yet. Oh, contact between the two leaders. White flag in the heat. You see Blake coming back on the racetrack. Man, Stephen Pollard wants this heat win, driving it in deep. But Jonathan Zorlian will win heat number 1. Cars that are locked in: Zorlian, Pollard, Al Agassi, Patrick Smith, Ash Curtis, Sam Curtis, DJ Curtis, Taylor Brian Price, and a couple others. We'll get to the official here. So past champions of the event do not move over. They're already locked in the show. So 3 guys are in right now from this race. So 13 from this race are in. So Zorlian, Pollard, Alan Matthews, Al Agassi, Patrick Smith, Sam Curtis, Ash Curtis, DJ Curtis, John Gilbert, Eric Rodriguez is in. And then it's Taylor Brown Price, Corey Williamson, and I believe Eric Monaco are in the show. As the 3 past champions started the event are locked in. So we're going to go ahead and... Cars that will have to go to the LCQ: Cody Monaco, Spencer Gilmore, Isaiah Monaco, and others. So we're going to go ahead and get the whole order here. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be right back with heat number 2. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to heat number 2 of the MudSummer Nationals. On the pole for this race is Luis Hernandez, defending champion of this event. And then it is Tony Newman, Joey Murphy, Jessica Kinghart, Jeff Bright, Dylan Schwallenberg, Zachary Fitzwater, Alexander Rowe, Rick Johnson, Max Anderson, Michael Haas, Cynthia Bright, David Diaz, Annie Thomas, Cody Lamas, Eli Bright, Derek Hamill, Brian Monaco, Scott Roush, Robbie Jackson, and James Kinghart start shotgun on the field in the Jacobs Ford Fusion. And, ooh, contact. Robbie Jackson almost wrecking around. 20 laps. This is a lot of racing, folks. And look at Jeff Bright. Jeff Bright has won one of these heat races. Never won a MudSummer National, but has won a heat race. There's 2 MudSummer National champions in this race. Luis Hernandez and Cody Lamas is the defending champions of the MudSummer National. Already locked in the show. 15 cars right now locked into the MudSummer National. The 5 past champions, and then the 10 from Heat 1, and then the 10 from Heat 2 will make that. And that means only 5 cars from the LCQ will come in the show. Jeff Bright right now leads caution out on the racetrack, and it might be for Cody Lamas in the number 48. Ooh, he gets in the Robbie, and they all 3. Robbie, there's a lot of 8s involved in that. 48, 88, and 8. All involved in that crash right there. Almost got the 28 and the 38 as well. So are these guys going to have to go to backup cars? No, they're all staying out. So that's, I guess, good for them. We're going to go back to green here. Green, flag. Nope. Going to go green next time by what it looks like. So here we go. Get ready to go green. Cody Lamas is out of the race, but he's already locked in the MudSummer National. So currently, right now, the cars that are transferring, the 31, the 10, the 14, the 18. New driver, Max Anderson. And then it's Eli Bright, Zachary Fitzwater, Andy Thomas, Jessica Kinghart, Dylan Schwallenberg, and Alexander Rowe right now going into the main event. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing. Jeff Bright got a great start. We're going to be watching a little bit back here. This is the battle for the transfer spot. Michael Haas got a new sponsor in the offseason. 5-Hour Energy jumped on board. Ooh. 5-Hour Energy and NOS on the Joe Gibbs Toyotas. Caution back on the speedway. And it looks like this one has James Kinghart in it. Looks like it's the 88 and the 38 behind the 8 and the 28 with the 48 out. There's a lot of 8s in this race, and another caution is out. I don't think anybody has passed to where we said so. Alexander Rowe still currently in the transfer spot. We already seen what happened, so we're going to get you to the green. I think the pace car is pulling in next time. Green flag back in the air, folks. We're sorry we missed it a little bit. Ooh, and JF Bright right now is pulled away from everybody. Ooh, Fitzwater had to get out of the throttle to not wreck Luis Hernandez. Somebody coming out of the pit road. It's the 88 car. You got to catch this 2 car. That's the battle for the transfer. They about wreck. Somebody needs to tell the 2 he's in the transfer spot. 88's kind of holding some cars up from getting to him. I don't know if a caution's out. Right now, no one wants to see a caution out. Look at Tony Newman on a late charge here. This Tony got a car maybe to contend for this victory. The 10 right here. The 2 is the transfer spot. We've got cars racing hard. They're going to be racing hard, especially in the next race when it's down to... Oh, contact Luis Hernandez into the inside wall. Clip Zachary Fitzwater. That was the white flag, so we're still racing. Who has been the MudSummer National? Oh man! So with Luis Hernandez now out of the top 10, only the top 10 are in. Wow! The top 10 are in. So Jeff Bright, in a crazy turn of events of what has happened, '24 is destroyed. And we'll have to take that fast car back to the garage area and get it fixed. He didn't want to hit Newman. Fitzwater came with a head of momentum and gets right into the quarter panel. 24 just got, as soon as he hit the wall, I guess he was like, well, I'm already locked in. Don't need to worry. Payback. And he got payback, got right to the 16 and turned him right back. But it did take out his team car, Joey Murphy, who was locked in the show at that point. And then it just became a huge log jam. Rick Johnson's going to get through, and you can see all the torn up cars. A lot of these cars are going to the LCQ. But here's your official order. Bright, Newman, Anderson, Kinghart, Diaz, Schwallenberg, Johnson, Ryan Monaco, Annie Thomas, and Alexander Rowe are all headed to the main event. And then the rest of the field, besides Cody Lamas and Luis Hernandez, are going to the LCQ. Which now that means the LCQ, there's going to be 5 spots left. And a crazy turn of events. So we will see you guys in just a moment for the LCQ. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to the 8th annual MudSummer National. After a crazy night of racing, 30 guys have locked themselves in to the main event. And here is your starting grid on the pole. The Season 6 champion, Luis Hernandez, won the MudSummer National that season. Right here's the defending MudSummer National champion, Alan Matthews, starting P2. Dylan Schwallenberg making his second ever MudSummer National, starting P3. Then David Diaz is P4. Blake Warren, P5. After a great LCQ, they've got that car hooked up. This could be a guy to watch to win the race. Then you have Stephen Pollard, Sam Curtis, two-time MudSummer National champion John Gilbert, Alexander Rowe, Tony Newman, Ash Curtis, Rick Johnson, Jessica Kinghart, Jonathan Zorlian, Derek Hamill, Al Agassi. Speaking of Derek Hamill, I think I said Quentin Moore in the LCQ and the heat race. I'm sorry, Derek Hamill. Then it's Al Agassi, Patrick Smith, Ryan Monaco, Taylor Brian Price, Annie Thomas, Eric Rodriguez, a defending MudSummer National champion. Then it is Max Anderson, Cynthia Bright, Robbie Jackson with probably a wheeling move at the end of that thing to keep that car alive. Zachary Fitzwater in the Underbird is what he says. Corey Williamson, Cody Lamas, Jeff Bright, Eric Monaco, and starting shotgun on the field is DJ Curtis. You can hear the fans lighting it up here. I'm about to see how these cars start peeling off of this inside lane. You can see the fire shoot out from the 24 car. And this has always been one of the cooler moments of this race right here. Look at this. You can see right there the house that Earl built. There's a field of 30 of the best drivers in the ERL Sportsman Series. Pace car pulling in. Green flag is out and we're racing in the MudSummer National. 50 laps. Luis Hernandez would like to add a second MudSummer National champion to the thing. Blake Warren involved, and we already have a huge crash on lap number 1. The MudSummer National champion John Gilbert. I think this is the 3rd season in a row where he has been taken out on a first lap crash in the MudSummer National. Thought somebody was smoking up here. Blake Warren, winner of the LCQ involved. somebody gets squirrely up against the wall, and this is what happened: is David Diaz and Stephen Pollard make a little contact. David comes down. Blake Warren had nowhere to go. David's going to hit that inside wall, and that just shoots Blake across into Sam Curtis. And then Sam Curtis hit the brake to avoid Blake. John Gilbert ran in the back of him, and then got... you can see a lot of cars bobbing and weaving to avoid. Is the 41 smoking? I don't think it is, but he's out. Car's already out. Rick Johnson, David Diaz, Ash Curtis, John Gilbert, and Blake Warren are all out of the 8th Annual MudSummer National on lap number 1. Due to somebody getting super loose. Pace car lights are off. So we're already down to 25 cars in the MudSummer National. As you see, pace car pulling in. John Gilbert has ran and has jumped on top of the 98's pit box. That's Jessica Kinghart. So John Gilbert on that pit box. Maybe going to help Jessica Kinghart out. First time here at Eldora for the number 98. James Kinghart is a teammate to the Ford Performance guy, so maybe John Gilbert's going to try to help Jessica Kinghart out and give her some pointers or something. But right now, you don't need pointers at Eldora. You should already had all your lessons learned so far in this event. You can see Andy Thomas destroyed. Right now, battle for second between Dylan Schwallenberg and Alan Matthews. Here comes Mr. Pollard up through the field. Ooh, almost contact. You can see how the Fords are giving each other a lot of room. Taylor Brown Price and Derek Hamill. Both of these guys last season ran back marker, and they barely qualified for any Sportsman event this season. They have been on a charge and got in the first race of the season. Luckily for them, they're going to be locked into every race, but usually you don't see a team that was not that great last season. The 6 and especially the 17 missed a lot of races last season. And now they're back, 5th and 3rd bank on board, that number 17. As we're about to have a battle for the lead, contact between teammates. Luis Hernandez and Alan Matthews are going to race each other really hard. Crash. Jeff Bright is around in front of the field. Pace car lights are on. And out of 4, ooh, Dylan Schwallenberg will get P2 back. What happened? 78's got some nose damage, but we've seen the 31 around. Oh, there's another MudSummer National champion in trouble. Eric Rodriguez was passing Corey Williamson and just slides up. Got turned into the wall, and then he makes contact with Jeff Bright, and around went Bright, which will bring the caution out. No one actually pitting. Al Agassi, for some reason, running 25th. Weird stat there for Al, as we're getting ready to go back to green. Pace car going to pull in lap number 18. Still only 5 cars out of the event, 25 on the track. Green flag back out, and we're racing again at Eldora. Can Luis Hernandez hold off Dylan Schwallenberg and Alan Matthews? Schwallenberg has never won the MudSummer National. Would love to. His teammate Eric Rodriguez almost won it one season, and his teammate DJ Curtis almost won it the season that Eric won it. And Alan Matthews going to the wall. You can't see anything. We're going to get in one of these cams here in a second. We're going to show you. Actually, we're going to do it right now. We're going to get on board here with the 17. The driver cam. Look at this on the back straightaway. Can't see a thing, folks. Down the front straightaway, you can't see it either. Then you have to slow up at a 1. That's when you see those emergency lights on to tell you that caution is out. But new leader is Stephen Pollard III. As Corey Williamson continues to have a terrible day here at Eldora. Got turned by, I believe, the Heat 1 winner, Jonathan Zorlian. Actually, the caution is already out at this point. Yeah, well, the caution was already out, so something has happened. Further back, Annie Thomas was sideways. See, the pace car's already out on the track. Trying to pin. Oh, the 27 goes around. So Patrick Smith loops it in front of Max Anderson. That's what brings out our our third caution of the race. Oh, both of them get the wall pretty hard. Still, 25 cars on the racing surface. As Pollard is your leader. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. You're already halfway through this event. You can see all the cars lined up. DJ Curtis currently 13th in the points. Robbie Jackson 14th in the points. Ryan Monaco in the points. The rest of these field back here having some off days. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Green flag back in the air. We're back underway here at Eldora. Great start from Stephen Pollard. What was catching some insight between ERL officials and team owners. The point standings so far are not official as of the race. So right now, none of the drivers technically know what they're going to get. We're just at top 15 as points because that's what we've said the previous couple of seasons. There's a big rumor going around that some of the teams, some of the owners want to make it top 30 in points this season. And it's been the owners and the officials talking about it. Nothing yet 100% official. As Max Anderson and Annie Thomas slow again. Annie Thomas, the dominator of Boston is what we're going to call Annie. Caution was out for something else, and it was a white car. Alexander Rowe has a ton of damage. And he got turned off the 88, and then he hit the 16, and man, Fitzwater just, yeah. Fitzwater's had a whale of a night tonight. That number 16. Tough break. We're getting ready to go back to green here. Pace car lights are out. 23 cars are on the racetrack. The 2 and the 48 have retired due to mechanical failures. The 2 was in a crash and the 48 was a mechanical failure. But look at the cars right now. If you're top 15, you go right here. Eric Monaco. Corey Williamson, who's been involved in 3 crashes tonight right here. Eric Rodriguez last season was a championship contender. And that's the thing, though. A lot of people don't know this. Last season, when you're a championship contender, you have to finish top 15 almost every race. Green flag back in the air. We're back to racing. You don't got to win every race. It's just good that you finish in the points every race. Coming to the green, or back, coming around here. This thing way over halfway. Who's going to win the 8th annual MudSummer National? Will it be someone new or a past champion? Dylan Schwallenberg is all over the back bumper of the 24. He is angry right now, and he is charging. His teammate is charging, too. DJ Curtis has marched his way from dead last to the top 10. That car just did not qualify good, he said, and it was just awful. As his teammate's going to go to the lead here. Dylan Schwallenberg, ooh, trying to go for the lead. Last season, Ford won the championship, and now you can see a lot more Fords up here. Quentin Moore, Derek Hamill, Tony Newman. Look at DJ Curtis up to 8th right now, marching to the front of the field as his teammate takes the lead. Dylan Schwallenberg leads at Eldora. Caution is out, and it's our Legacy. So with almost 10 laps to go, our Legacy has a problem in the number 34 Racing Electronics Ford, and he got turned by Robbie Jackson. Actually, he went up the track and mushed Robbie into the wall. And then Robbie just turned him, and then Eric's like, "Hey, I gotta get by you, sir." So now who? Anybody out of the event? Nope. We're gonna get ready to go back to green here in just a moment. We're gonna go green with just a couple laps of racing to go. Dylan Schwallenberg leads Stephen Pollard, Derek Hamill, Luis Hernandez, Taylor Brown Price, green flag in the air, and we're back racing. Schwallenberg would love to win the MudSummer National. Top 4 kind of pulling away. Here comes Tony Newman, actually. Oh, almost contact. We're going to go and try to look around the whole field. You don't want to have a caution now. Caution now will end this event. DJ telling his crew the car got tight on him late in the run, and I think it's happening to Dylan on the short run. Same thing. Car's getting tight. I think Schwallenberg's probably hoping a caution comes out. As Pollard is driving this thing in deep. And Pollard's got to drive it in deep. Pollard to the inside. They're going to make contact, bounce off each other. Third and fourth were beating and banging. Stephen Pollard the third. Is he going to win here in Eldora? Or is Dylan Schwallenberg going to try to get back by him? Dylan using the top lane. Trying to keep his foot in. Going to let Pollard get back there. With just a couple to go, you can't have a caution now. This thing's over. Guys slapping the wall down the back. Dylan making a charge. Pollard way wide. 2 laps to go and Schwallenberg in the wall. Pollard cannot drive it up out of the corner. White flag next time by. Look at the 15. Can't get that thing down. White flag is in the air. Here comes Alan Matthews. Uh-oh. I think Pollard's got it. Unless Dylan makes a dive bomb to the inside lane, it's not going to be enough. Checkered flag. Stephen Pollard III is the 8th annual MudSummer National Champion. In his final, not his final, wow. His first win in that Pollard Performance Incorporated Toyota. Stephen Pollard goes to victory lane here in the MudSummer National. He'll drive around a couple more times. I don't think he's going to celebrate as much because that car is still. That team's not as funded as a lot of the teams, but he has got a bad fast car in that Toyota. Champion on board. 24 Luis Hernandez still driving around. Him and his teammate Alan Matthews, and I think they're pointing at each other because there were a little contact between them early in the race. Dylan Schwallenberg went to pit road. Here's your official standings, folks. Pollard, Schwallenberg, Matthews, Hernandez, Hamill, Newman, Taylor Brown Price, Fitzwater, DJ Curtis, Cynthia Bright, Jonathan Zorlian, Jessica Kinghart, Eric Monaco, Jeff Bright, Ryan Monaco, Eric Rodriguez, Patrick Stewart, Corey Williamson, Robbie Jackson, Andy Thomas, Max Anderson, Al Legacy. Sam Curtis, Alexander Rowe, Cody Lummis, David Diaz, Rick Johnson, Ash Curtis, John Gilbert, and Blake Warren. That is the whole field of the MudSummer National, everybody. We will see you in just a moment as Stephen Pollard is going to go drive around, and he's going to do some burnouts for us till we meet again, everyone, in just a couple seconds.